For decades, Diddy embodied luxury and success. From private jets to sprawling mansions and star-studded parties, he lived a life most could only dream of. But today, his reality couldn't be more different. Confined to a federal detention center, his once glamorous lifestyle is now reduced to a small, cold cell. The transition has been brutal. Holidays that once meant celebrations with loved ones are now spent in solitude. Reports reveal that the festive season hit him especially hard, triggering a deep emotional collapse. His cries for hospital care during a holiday breakdown highlight the extent of his struggle to adapt to his new environment. The harshness of prison life is starkly at odds with the world of luxury he once dominated, leaving him in a state of emotional and physical decline. Mental health under scrutiny. From the moment of his arrest, Diddy's mental health has been a point of concern. Initially placed on suicide watch, his situation highlighted the immense toll incarceration was taking on him. While his legal team fought to secure bail, reports emerged of his increasing distress. Witness accounts described him as visibly thinner with graying hair, a striking departure from his once vibrant appearance. The holiday meltdown was particularly telling. Diddy reportedly begged guards for a hospital transfer, citing mental and emotional turmoil. Though denied, he eventually resorted to meditation techniques to regain composure. Deep breathing exercises helped him calm down, but the incident underscores the fragility of his current state. This sharp contrast between the mogul who once thrived on power and charisma and the man struggling to maintain sanity behind bars paints a grim picture. The pressure of federal custody, combined with the isolation of protective housing, is a world away from the adoration and influence he once wielded. A family divided compounding Diddy's struggles is the increasing distance from his family. Early in his legal proceedings, his children and mother attended court hearings, showing solidarity. But recent appearances have painted a different story. Reports confirm that only 2 of his children attended his latest hearing, and his mother was noticeably absent. The dwindling family support has left Diddy in an even darker place. For a man whose public image relied on close-knit relationships and loyalty, this apparent estrangement raises troubling questions. Has the weight of his legal battles driven a wedge between him and his loved ones? Or has his family simply grown weary of the relentless scrutiny and ongoing saga? Either way, the absence of his once dedicated support system during these critical moments adds another layer of isolation to his already bleak circumstances. The denied bail pleas Diddy's legal team made bold efforts to secure his release. A $50 million bail package was presented, including his Miami mansion as collateral, strict security monitoring, and limits on phone and internet access. But even these unprecedented measures failed to sway the court. Judges repeatedly cited concerns about his alleged witness tampering and the danger he poses to the community. Each rejection served as a crushing reminder of his current reality. His immediate future is confined to the walls of the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC. This denial shattered any lingering hope Diddy may have held of fighting his case from the comfort of his home. Instead, he is left to grapple with the harsh conditions of a facility notorious for overcrowding, violence, and neglect. Cracks in the public persona. For years, Diddy cultivated an image of invincibility, a man who rose to the top of the entertainment world and built an empire on his terms. But the cracks in that persona are now more evident than ever. His breakdowns and public struggles have humanized a figure who once seemed untouchable. The public's perception of Diddy is shifting. No longer viewed solely as a music mogul and cultural icon, he is now seen as a man facing the consequences of his actions. Whether his downfall is viewed as a cautionary tale or a moment of reckoning depends on where one stands. The reality of prison life. Diddy's current environment at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, is a far cry from the luxury he once enjoyed. The facility is notorious for its harsh conditions: overcrowding, violence, and inadequate staffing. Former inmates describe it as hell on earth, with no VIP treatment, no privacy, and an ever-present sense of danger. For a man accustomed to the finest accommodations, this abrupt shift has been described as a total culture shock. Instead of luxury suites and world-class meals, Diddy now faces cold, impersonal surroundings, limited access to basic amenities, and minimal human interaction. Reports even suggest that he's being kept in a special housing unit for his protection, further isolating him from the general population. Former MDC inmates have shared that loneliness is one of the greatest challenges for high-profile detainees. For Diddy, who once thrived on social connections and public adoration, the isolation is likely unbearable. Allegations that won't go away. The charges against Diddy are among the most severe, ranging from sexual misconduct to witness tampering and threats of violence. Perhaps most damning are the so-called freak-off tapes, which allegedly show disturbing acts of exploitation. His legal team claims these videos depict consensual acts between adults, but the allegations have sparked widespread public outrage. Federal prosecutors are reportedly armed with a mountain of evidence, including over 300 subpoenas, dozens of witness testimonies, and financial records. The Southern District of New York, known for its 98% conviction rate, rarely loses cases of this magnitude. If convicted, Diddy faces the very real possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison. Adding to his troubles are claims of harassment within the detention center. Judges cited multiple instances of Diddy allegedly using other inmates' phone privileges to contact witnesses, which has led to further restrictions and jeopardized his chances of release. A desperate fight for freedom. Diddy's legal team has worked tirelessly to mount a defense, but the odds remain stacked against him. Even his most elaborate bail proposal, a $50 million package, was rejected. The plan included home detention, passport surrender, and constant monitoring, yet the court remained unconvinced. Prosecutors argue that Diddy's wealth and influence make him a flight risk and a danger to the community. His attempts to sway witnesses and control narratives only strengthen their case. With each rejected motion, the path to freedom becomes narrower, leaving his defense team scrambling for options. The mounting mental toll. Diddy's mental health continues to deteriorate under the pressure of his legal battles and life behind bars. Reports of his holiday meltdown are just the latest in a series of troubling updates. The isolation, lack of family support, and realization of his uncertain future are proving too much to bear. Despite efforts to adapt, including meditation and breathing techniques, Diddy's emotional state appears fragile. Former inmates and legal experts have expressed concern that he might not survive the mental toll of his incarceration. Rumors of him being placed on suicide watch have only intensified fears for his well-being. A legacy in question. For decades, Diddy was celebrated as a visionary in music, fashion, and entrepreneurship. His influence shaped culture and inspired countless individuals. But now, his legacy hangs in the balance. The allegations against him have cast a long shadow over his achievements, forcing fans and critics alike to reevaluate his contributions. While some remain loyal, arguing that Diddy deserves the benefit of the doubt, others see this as a moment of reckoning. The once untouchable mogul now faces the harsh reality of accountability, and the outcome of his trial will undoubtedly shape how he's remembered. The question of survival. As the legal battle unfolds, one question looms large. Can Diddy survive the months and years ahead? With mounting evidence, the threat of life imprisonment, and the mental strain of incarceration, his future looks increasingly uncertain. Experts warn that high-profile inmates often face unique dangers, from targeted violence to extreme isolation. For Diddy, every day behind bars is a test of resilience, a far cry from the life he once knew. Diddy's fall from grace is a story that has captivated the world. From the heights of fame and fortune to the depths of despair behind bars, his journey is a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. Will Diddy find a way to fight back and reclaim his legacy, or will this chapter define him forever? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding story.